complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Takes it the other way. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Oregon. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap look.
Reels it in down the left side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll bring it back. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll try the run. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Going up top. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense! And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Coming after him. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes will boot away to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Fires to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye team.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Johnson.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking for a gap, it's James. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the back. Runs for the tackle. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Back to throw, it's Howard. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to.
And it's his fourth interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
On the ground, it's Judkins. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Second down coming up. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch past the sticks. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He'll take the deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Fires on the move. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
25.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's...
Nothing but green ahead. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Caught near the sideline, it's Johnson. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job.
Open runway ahead. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just
looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in fourth.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking the deep shot. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to add another. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. 25. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking left, and he's thrown another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Forced out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating when you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get into the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Ducks. They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Gabriel. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he makes it a 3-possession game. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
he tries to take the top off. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.